So we're in the Sundays that lead up to Lent, and on these Sundays we're looking at parts of Matthew's Gospel, the Sermon on the Mount, and it makes for uncomfortable listening. As I was thinking about what I was going to say to people here this morning, I was reminded of those people who call others together in marketplaces and then explode bombs. It felt a bit like that. I march out into the middle of the congregation with the Gospel and then read this explosive stuff. And today it was all about turning the other cheek and giving to those who beg from you and loving your enemies. Battering stuff. And there was this feeling that perhaps afterwards people would spend the rest of the service licking their wounds or pulling out those bits of shrapnel of those fragments of St. Matthew's Gospel. And I would that I had some easy answers for questions like, do I give to the people who are begging on the streets here in central Stockholm? I don't. But what I decided to look at in a little bit more detail was the last phrase that Jesus uses in the reading we had, which was, be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. And perhaps those are the most daunting of the words that he uses, and maybe that's the shard which digs deepest and almost finishes us off. I was helped, I think, by thinking that this word perfect comes from a Greek word which suggests an end or goal, and that to be perfect is to become what God has made us and made us to be. And that the task is becoming what we are, as was the title of a little booklet written by Harry Williams, a book on prayer called Becoming What I Am. The notion there is that through prayer, through letting down our defences, taking off our armour, being naked before the gaze of God, we discover who we are, that we are loved, that we are the children of God, and that releases in us all sorts of potential. So people will go away from the service, I suspect, extracting some of those bits of shrapnel too, but I hope a little better equipped through what has happened here to draw upon the person that God sees them as being in Christ, and loving and serving the Lord a little bit more faithfully because of that. Every blessing to you for the week to come.